Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Today is November 17th of 2024. It's Sunday, it's Family Day. It's 57 degrees Fahrenheit or 14 degrees Celsius. Mr. Clock says it's 6:20 p.m. We're going to do a Bougainvillea prune and repot, and we're just going to put it in a standard pot. And all I did was add a bunch of sphagnum moss on the bottom. I got the pot draining. I had the moss soaking real good. But here's the Bougainvillea right there. So I had it outside and just let it grow and grow and grow. And you can see it's got a nice thick trunk on it. The first thing we're going to do is get my ironwood tools, because you know nothing cuts wood like ironwood. I'm going to cut off all these flower bracts. I'm going to stick them in this old pot. This old bucket, so I can put this outside. That way there it'll all rot. I'll put it around my rose bushes. Let me get all these old flower brackets off. That's the main thing. This way here we can see what we're doing. And you know, on Family Day, you shut that phone off after 6 o'clock and you just be with your family. If it's an emergency, one ring, hang up, and call again, and that's about it. Cut all these brackets off. Now this should back butt, hopefully. But we'll see when we cut it, because I see a lot of buds over here. So we're going to go for broke here. Get all this off. Gotta mainly cut all this off. I'm trying to do it as fast as I can because this is no clips. No editing. I never do editing. What you see is what you get. There. That way there we can see the structure of the tree. And you can see how it developed. I got this at Home Depot at Mother's Day because we're selling a lot of bougainvilleas. I think this pot was like 20 bucks for Mother's Day, so that was pretty good. And then I let it grow outside all summer long. Just let it grow. And the only way we can see what we're doing is just clipping away here, clipping away. There. You can see the nice flowers it has on it. But, come on, Tom, get in there and cut it. The old eyeballs weren't focusing there. I'm gonna get all that off. Now we got to figure out how to prune this for the winter time, because we're gonna take this old soil out. Because I don't know if there's ants in here or not. I sprayed it with neem oil, the soil. But we'll see what's going on, because I got another big bougainvillea with 3 stems in it. So we'll do that later. But right now, I got some, whatchamacallit? Oh, here we go. Wild root organic mycorrhiza. It's got endo and ectobacteria in there. And I put a little bit into this water that's been, how would you say, dechlorinated with the fish stuff. And when I brought this in, I put some organic spray on the bottom of the tray. I put it in until I could repot this. So we're going to put that in there. So we got a big, long vein there. So right now we're going to do a short cutting to about here. Like that. We're going to take these flower brackets off. Yeah, I know it's a shame to do it, but we got to do it because I have to get everything ready, and I'll show you what my microclimate's going to look like, because after Wednesday, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be 40 as a high and in the 30s, like 31 as a low. So I really have to get going there. So right now I'm just gonna do the James way from Bonsai by the Sea, and just do a little scrape here until I can put these in the to repot them. I'm just going to stick it in the water here, take some more of these leaves off, and just stick it in. Okay, now this we want to get back because you can see there's a, I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of buds on there. So I'm going to take my ironwood ratcheting tool. You know, this is good for seniors. It's got a good grip on it, and it's good up to 5/8. You're going to say, Tom, what happened to your big ironwood ratcheting pruners? Well, I got it upstairs for my wife so she can cut those big, I don't know, those big rawhide sticks, but they're not rawhide sticks in half for the dogs. And that's the only way we can cut them. So, so we're using that upstairs, and I got this one down here, and it cut real good. So right now I'm going to cut above a node. Just cut it that, 2 clicks. And then we're just going to take our other ironwood tools and just snip that. And then all I'm going to do is give it a scrape so I can expose some of the inner bark like James does. James, you're a good man. You should watch his channel, Bonsai by the Sea. He's real good. We're going to stick that in there. Now, we got this growing out this way, but we got a branch coming here, which we don't want because everything's flowing this way. So maybe with this, if we get a bud to go out here or here, we'll see what happens. Or maybe we'll just have it grow up like that. But we'll see, we'll see. So, I am going to take this little bud off right there. And that one will just stick in the water here for now. And this one here, you can see there's like a bud coming out this way and another one this way. So what I'm going to do is just take this one and just go above this bud right here and clip that. And we're going to clip these flowers off. I know it's a shame to clip them, but there's a beautiful color on these flowers. I mean, on this Bougainvillea. It's a shame to cut them off, but I have to do it because I got to get them ready for winter. Now this isn't going to go back outside. It's going to stay in the house. So I'm just going to give it a little scrape for now so we can put it in the mycorrhiza solution, and we're going to see how that is. And then I'll dip in a little bit of rooting hormone. Now we got this one coming out this way, but as you can see, I got a bud coming out this way, so we're going to keep everything flowing that way. So we're going to just cut above this bud here. First I'm going to cut this off, flower bracket. We got a brain there, but I think it'll back bud there. It'll come out that way so we can keep it flowing. We'll take all this off. I know, Tom, we're wasting time, but hey, no editing. If I make a mistake, you're going to see it. So, there. Now this one's coming up this way, and I got another branch coming this way, so we got some good flow there. This one I can cut off because I don't want it coming out this way. So we're just going to snip it all the way to here. Just like that. Now this one is coming out that way, but I got to keep it a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to do, I got a, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bottom brain over here that's going out this way. So, I don't know if I can bring this in a little closer so you can see better. We're going to cut just above that brain, right there. One clip. No, these are good. See, for arthritis, it clips. It got these nice finger grips right there. You can clip real good. And then we're going to take this stuff off. Now we're going to have to cut it because it's hard like a rock. all I'm going to do is stick it in the water. I'm going to let this soak for about a day and a half. Now, let me get this little one in here because I can get in there better. There we go. That one's a tight knob. Just like that. And this is so we can soak up all that mycorrhiza into the stem. So see, now we got everything going this way, with this one up this way. But we're going to leave that. We got another branch here, which I'm going to clip off, because I don't want it coming out that way. So we want everything to flow this way. But for now, let's get it out of the pot, as we don't know what's inside this. I do not know. So, we can just wiggle it out. What I'm going to do is take a chopstick and just punch the sides, fire it in, just fire it in. You got to get all the soil loose. Just fire all that soil in there loose. And let's see if we can wiggle it out. There we go. We got it. You can see how big that pot is. Mr. Clock says it's 6:30, so we're on a roll here. So before I do anything else, before I get these cuts contaminated, I got some gunmetal lipstick. It's black. It looks like cut paste. We're just going to do these edges here, just for now. I know I don't have to do this because it's inside, but it'll keep it from drying out and give these cuttings a chance to go. Wipe that off. A little bit of cut there. A little dab will do you, like the old Brill Cream commercials. I don't know if you're young enough to remember the old Brill Cream commercials. Like I said, my buddies put so much Brill Cream on their head. You can put 100-mile-an-hour hurricane, put them in a 100-mile-an-hour hurricane, and the hair would not be messed up. So now we're going to take, this is just, you know, if you can't afford a root rake, you can always use a steak knife or a steak fork. You know, one of them barbecue ones. So we're just going to get this out, get it down. There we go. Put it there. I know I'm making a mess, but what are you going to do? What you going to do? I'm just going to tease the top because I don't know how deep that they put it in. Because they glue these pretty good. I don't know what Home Depot got these from, but you can see outside how the trunk developed and everything. By just letting it grow. Just let it grow. If you want a thick trunk, just let it grow. Let it grow and then clip it back in the fall. In the fall, I'll show you how I'm going to prune my fruit trees once I get a good hard freeze and all the leaves fall off. So we're just getting all this off. I know I like to do underwater root raking, but not with something this big. I really don't have the room right now. Because I got to get everything ready for the holidays. Because Christmas is coming up. We got a children's corner to do for Thanksgiving. So there we go. Just fire it in, fire it in. We got to get all the soil out of there the best we can. We got to expose the trunk the best we can. I know it's a lot of work. And you know I'm going to have a lot of cleanup after this. And I'm going to work in the basement to try to get my shelves ready and stuff. There we go. And just go for it. Don't be afraid. Just go for it. There we go. Just like that. Get it all loosen up. Now being outside when it hit all that rainy weather all this week and all the cold and stuff, this thing still grew good. So let's get all that, because we're going to have to tackle a little bit of this root system for now. I almost got a 5-gallon bucket of soil with this. So just fire it in, fire it in. You got to get everything loosened up, everything loosened up. Fire it in, just fire it in. Got to get that loosened up. I'm doing this, I'm not using Matt's root hook because I want to show you what to do. If you can't afford anything, I mean, Matt's root hooks are cheap. They'll make them free. You can get it wood or metal. For seniors, I suggest wood because it's easier on your hands, especially those with arthritis. And we're just going to tease the living daylights out of this. And remember, keep your mouth closed because you don't want soil in the mouth. There we go. Now, look at this root and a half. It's just twining, twining around. This is a root and a half. I cannot believe how big that root is. Look at that. That is something else, but we want it to be radial and not twisted. So I'm going to have to go in with these because my other root scissors are not going to cut this. And then what I'm going to do is cut it where it's coming out radially, but not twisty-turny. There we go. Get that big one. I'll look at how it twisted. I don't know if these will sprout. You know what I'm going to do? Cut that off. Cut right above a root there. I'm going to save this and see if I can sprout it. Will it grow another root? I don't know. And you can see with the lipstick, you got to watch yourself. I should have put it on later, but it's still good. So let's throw that in with the bucket. Get all this mess off. Now we got to look at the roots. Now here's a root coming straight up. We don't want this root coming straight up. Let's get some of this soil off. I don't want to cut too many roots off because it's not spring, because it's right now it's going to go in a dormant state. But let's see, now with these smaller roots, see anything that's curving around, we want to grow them radially or horizontally out. Or not exactly horizontally, you want them to go out and then down, you know, like this. So get them off. Now you can see this big kukuriku root. Look at that thing. So we're going to try to, see it's coming out this way, but it's turning that way. So we're going to give it a little cut with this. And take my root scissors and just clip away there. Anything coming up, cut it. This one's a kukuriku root going like a snake. We cut that. Another kukuriku root right there. Here's another kukuriku root. It's not going straight, so we're just going to cut it here because we want them to grow horizontally. Just like that. Now, there's another kukuriku, another kukuriku. There we go. Something like that. Now that's what we're going to leave for now because I got to get it in this pot, but I can cut a little more off. And here's another squirrely, early squirrely root. There we go. There's another root going straight down. Another root going straight up. So we got to get all this off. Just go for it. I don't have the luxury of doing a long video because I don't know how this thing's going to last. Just like that. I'm not going to put it in a bonsai pot because I want it to grow for the winter time, over winter good. So we're going to stick it in here, but I got to get it in a little more. So I do have to trim a lot of these roots off. Now you can see another kukuriku root right there. You know, it's going curvy. One down, so we're just going to cut around. Right now, this one's going straight up, so I'm going to have to cut it to here because I got the other part of the root going this way. to fit in my pot. Just a little bit more, a little bit more. Just to get it in there. And then what I'm going to do, I'll show you in a minute here. Mr. Elephant's got enough water in him. Take the pot, stick it here, and now you can see it'll fit in real nice. So now what we're going to do is let that sit in the water here for a minute. Get this old pot out of the way. Get the cover here. Open the soil up. And let's fill it. You can see the unsmilled sphagnum moss in there. It's about up to here. So you know it's good and wet. And that's unmilled sphagnum moss. Once the roots hit into that, they'll grow good. So, let's see how it is. And, Mr. Elephant, we need a little water here. That's the luxury of a turntable. You turn it round and round. Where she stops, nobody knows. So, let's push it down a little bit. Use your fingers. Don't be afraid of getting dirty. Now, we're going to make a little mound. And you see with the old potting mix, I also put a little more perlite in there. And I got some unmilled sphagnum moss also. We're going to make a little mound in the middle. So this will sit on there. Now you're going to say, Tom, you could cut some downy roots off. But we can spread them like this. And put them in. Just like that. And now, see, we're just going to do this to overwinter it. And then the other one with 3 of them in there, that's going to be another challenge. I'm going to have to see what pots I can use and how I'm going to just like Jackie Gleason, when he doesn't know what to say. I'm gonna. You know, on the honeymooners, show my age. There we go. Fire it in, fire it in. There. Probably lost my train of thought there. But that's what you get when you go live. Stick your fingers in. If you got arthritis, just use the back of your steak fork or whatever you got. You can use a root rake, anything, just get that in there. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of the rooting powder. I'm just going to stick a little bit in my cup, just a little bit. Not rooting powder, but the mycorrhiza from Wild Root Organics. If I can close it up. You know, when you're on the air, nothing goes right. Mr. Elephant's going to put a little water in here. And this word here, we're going to water it into the roots. I'm going to take our chopstick and mix it around. And that way there, it'll get into all the roots. Whatever we got left in here, we'll just swirl it around. And I'll just give a little more watering. Just like that. And this root, I'm going to put it in water. I'm going to try rooting this. I'm going to put this in like this in a little pot and see what it does. Hey, you never know. But before I lose the integrity on this root, a little bit of gunmetal lipstick on the top, and on the bottom, and on here. I don't know if it's going to help, but we'll see. Now, if there's a bud in here, it should root. I mean, it should grow something. Only if there's a bud in there. Okay, Tom, what are we going to do? We're going to push this in. And we got us a little bit high there, but we're going to add a little more soil. No, I'm not going to decorate it because right now, I just want it to grow. And I'm all tongue-tied today. Where's Mr. Spoon? What did I do with Mr. Spoon? There he is. I knew I had him here someplace. There we go. Just like that. Get it in. And then I'll put it by the window, on the east window, and we'll go from there. Just like that. And even though I got the lipstick on me, the wounds are all sealed still. Look at that. Look at that. Everything's good. How did I do it? I have no idea. So, today is Sunday Family Day. Sit with the family. Okay, Mr. Clock. Mr. Clock says it's 6:45. Tom, you're on the air too long. Get off the air. Okay, everybody, enjoy Sunday with the family. Nice cup of tea. Sit back and relax and have a good day and listen to music when music was music. Little Lawrence Walk with the family and kids. Take care, everybody.